Hi everybody, welcome to my video today, you guys. I am going to do two projects for you guys. We're going to do something with this 10, and then we're going to make a 3x3 card that I guess could go in the 10 if you wanted it to. But these 10s are so cute. They're a little bit smaller than what I thought they were when you see them in the annual catalog. You get 4 of these. So that's the other thing that I kind of totally missed, is that I thought the 10 was a little bit bigger. And then I thought you only got 1. But when I got my package from Stampin' Up, I realized you get 4 of them, and they're a little bit tiny. And they're not really tiny, but they're smaller than I thought. So this is a copper 10. The lid comes off like this. There's lots of different things that you can put in this. And we're going to decorate this. So what I want to share with you guys today is the Joyous Noel designer paper. I have a lot of projects coming up with this particular paper and the dashing deer stamp set and die set that we're going to use. This paper is so gorgeous. It has this copper foiling on it. It coordinates with gray granite and tranquil tide, and it is just so pretty. This is my favorite piece right here. Mary Merlot, some really deep colors, and so I love it. So what we're going to do is we are going to take this piece right here, see that foiling, and what I've done is I've just trimmed it at 3 inches, and then I've cut it so that it's just 3 inches by 12 inches. And this is going to wrap perfectly right around this 10. So I really like the fact that it is this size, because one piece of 12 by 12 strip is going to fit and you don't have to worry about it. So what you're going to want to use to attach this paper, this is a thicker paper. So it's not thin designer paper, it's pretty thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some tear and tape on this, and I'll do it at each end and then a couple places on here. You know, you just want it to be tacked down and to stay. So just a few pieces. Tear and tape is really strong adhesive. And then I just use a X-Acto knife. So we have our piece and we have our adhesive on it. So what I want to do is just start kind of right here in the middle, and I line it up. And then you're going to wrap this around, and I like to pull the paper pretty tight as I'm going around, and then still keeping it straight. And then it should be pretty close. It's a tiny, tiny bit off. You can see right there. But I did pretty good. And that tear and tape will hold it down. So then now we have this part of it. Just like that. So this part is going to be really quick because I'm going to do some embossing on the card, on the 3x3 card. So now that I have my 10, all I've done is taken the stitched oval die, and then I've also ran it through an embossing folder, so you have this really fun texture. And this is Mary Merlot Mary Merlot cardstock. So because this is embossed and we're putting it on the outside of a project like this where it could get snagged, or you know, you're going to be opening this and putting stuff in it and probably handing it to somebody, what I'm going to do is put a lot of adhesive right on the back there. I'll stick this right in the middle, and then from the dashing deer die set, I just have this little deer. And then we'll pop this deer up. And I'm just using some of the glimmer paper from that same suite of product in the holiday catalog. So that's all, really super simple. You could wrap ribbon around this if you wanted. I don't have any copper ribbon that I felt like would go with it really well, so I'm just leaving it just like that. I'm not going to put a sentiment or anything on the 10. And then let me show you, let's do a 3x3 card. So what we're going to do is take our trimmer and a piece of Mary Merlot cardstock, and I want to cut this at 3 inches. It's going to be a 3x3 card. So we'll cut it at 3 inches, and then we'll cut it at 6 inches. Oops, you guys can't really see that. By 6 inches. And then I'm going to put a little score line in there at 3 inches. So now we can fold this. So we have our little card base. Now what I want to do is add some layers to this. So this designer paper has a lot of different colors. You can see like there's copper on one side, and then there's some just plain designs on the other. So what I want to do is go ahead and use this piece, or let's use this design right here. This is a polka dot design. So I'm just going to trim it at 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Do a layer like this. And then to match the card, or the 10, if you wanted to pair this together with a 10, I'm going to do a 1/2 inch like this, and then I'll make it 3 inches so it stretches across. So then what I've done is I've taken gray granite cardstock and then the square stitched Framlet, and we're going to do some embossing. So I'm going to use this stamp set. This is the stamp set that comes in the 10, the holiday 10. And it has a punch that coordinates with it, and you get a 10 and the stamp and the punch and some Stampin' spots. And let's do sending Christmas wishes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry emboss this. So I'm going to start with a little bit of powder onto the cardstock. That's going to help me make sure that the embossing powder doesn't stick to any other part of my project. And then I'll take a clear block. So now you can see that copper image right on there. So now we'll put this project together. We'll add this layer here. And then we'll add this strip right here in the middle. And then we'll take this piece and add our dimensionals. So here is our 3x3 card. And then here is our 10 that goes with it. So I love the way these came out. They coordinate really well. This Joyous Noel designer paper is so beautiful. Has so many great details to it. I love the copper foiling on it. I just think it's beautiful for projects for this Christmas season. I have a couple coming up in the next couple weeks, so I hope that you guys will enjoy seeing that. And I'll be back next week to share with you guys some more. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday, and I'll talk to you next week. Guys so much for hanging out with me today and watching my videos. Here are 2 other of my most recent videos. I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will catch you in my next video. I hope you all have a wonderful day.